That's how the vlog starts. And it also starts with me being a silhouette, as I so often am. So I'm not a responsible, well thought out vlogger. I don't even like to think of myself as a vlogger, it's a dumb word. But, hi. I'm filming an impromptu post-run vlog, because I have a couple things on my mind. And, probably gonna end when the battery dies. But, two things I think are worth mentioning are, one, is Liv, who has to overhear this, already knows. I'm changing up I'm trying a new running strategy as we get into the winter, and I'm coming up with running day criteria. Right now all I have is, if it's warmer than 0 degrees, it's a run day and I will go run. And I will, of course, come across a day where it's above 0 but still obviously not run conditions, and I'll include those too. I mean, like, heavy precipitation is probably the other one. But, as I've said, a million times, if everything is a maybe and a constant negotiation with no prioritization, you never get anything done. And it's just like work. Working in kitchens or doing web order stuff at work now, it's always like, if you have X, then you have to do X. If a chit comes up in the printer, your priority is making that food, because now there's a customer waiting. If there's not a chit in the printer, then you have a secondary priority that you engage with until the first priority activates again. And it's the same, like, every job actually does break down to doing that. If you're cleaning the store and a customer comes in, you prioritize the customer. That's the a priority stimuli. So yeah, I'm trying to just adapt the other things in my life to meet that model, in the hopes that I will generate any fucking consistency with my fitness again and through the winter. And then point 2, another thing that's making me want to run, and just a quirky little thing. At work Wednesday, we got talking about the New Balance 1400, because Mike thought the version 6 was coming out. The version 6 is the current one that's out. I own them. Oh, battery dead. Anyway, the point I was making. It's supposed to be a quirky, funny little point. Mike thought the 1400s version 6 was being released, but it's already released, and I sincerely felt and said, I could miss my 1400s. Because I haven't done any sprint work since long before the marathon, which is forever ago now. And they're not good wet weather shoes, they're not good cold weather shoes. So I hadn't worn my 1400s in forever, and I sincerely felt a pang of missing them. And it's been a cascading feeling for a couple of days where, I ran in my Evo rides 3 times this summer. I miss my Evo rides. I think it also ties into the fact that we brought in some Escalante 2.5s that someone wanted to try on that were my size, so I also got to try them on. And I really, really like them, and I really want some 2.5s now. So I guess I'm just back to being shoe thirsty. Because it was June or something when I spent the $700 on shoes. So apparently I was satiated for this long. Because right now I want some Peregrine Ice Plus from Saucony, and I want Escalante 2.5s. I think that's it. Oh, and just because I said that also reminded me that I've been meaning to write a blog about don't buy gifts for your running friends. As we get close to the Christmas season, which has not started yet, don't come into the store and be like, yeah, My sister's a avid runner, loves running, runs all the time. I'm gonna buy her some shoes. What are the best shoes? And when I say things like, what's her size? What does she run in now? What kind of distances? What kind of speeds? And you answer, I don't know to all of those questions. Don't buy anything. Gift card is the only possible option, and I don't even care for those either. Like, if you know, for example, if something like, because I've been meaning to make a blog post too about people not buying me gifts because people are just shitty gift givers. Okay.
Hey.
Not not everyone across the universe, but one example I think of all the time is when I got into cooking. My parents thought, like, okay, well, he's a chef, so we'll get him a knife set. Chefs equal knives. And they got me a terrible, useless set of fish knives in a holder that they didn't actually fit in. And it was just the closest thing to a thoughtless gift. And that's more insulting than like a thoughtless gift. Because you tried just hard enough to pat yourself on the back, to be like, oh yeah, I know this person, I know what their interests are, I know what their needs are, and then to fuck that up. That's worse than just being like, I like you, here's a bottle of wine. Unless, of course, that person is, in AA or something. That also reminds me of a joke I want to make at some point, where, when I'm out with someone and just unexpectedly say, man, this weather must be in Alcoholics Anonymous because it's so burr. And then I'm just going to freeze and just laugh and laugh and laugh. Anyway, that's this vlog. Fuck faces.